Hey, Battle Bill, here with another video, getting into some more Great League Go Battle League battles for Season 8. And like we've mentioned in previous videos, Season 8 had a lot of move updates, and one of them was quite a confusing one. Normal Castform, its normal Weather Ball changed to Rock Weather Ball because Niantics. Honestly, there's probably another explanation there, but honestly, Niantics. So we're going to test out normal Castform with Rock Weather Ball and see how it performs with that versus normal Weather Ball in the Great League Go Battle League meta. So we're going to get into one set of battles. The team comp was to put it together with Swampert and Skarmory. And you might notice in the bottom right corner, Battle Bill got his initial elo. I'm around the 20, I think I started like 2271 or something. Now I'm at 2269. I've done a couple sets since there. And we're going to do one set of battles with normal Castform on this team comp to see if the update has any effect whatsoever on its performance in Great League. So if you're excited for some more updated Pokemon move content and me potentially sacrificing my elo for the content, I'd really appreciate a like, comment, or a subscribe, and let's get into these battles. All right, battle number 1, going up against Pablo. We're going to lead with normal Castform. We're going to be spamming, and this is not a lead we wanted to see. So we're going to safe swap Swampert here. I don't really think we can flip this here, but we're going to try our best to see how we can potentially play this out. If we can flip switch, this could potentially be a dub, but that lead, not a great lead. So we're going to spam as many Hydro Cannons as possible. I don't think our one mud shot advantage is going to be enough for us. We couldn't sneak in a mud shot there. We're going to shields everything, maybe even play out the 2 shields. But what's actually really unfortunate about normal Castform getting access to Rock Weather Ball instead of normal Weather Ball is now when it goes up against something like Toxicroak, both of its charge moves are resisted. Rock's resisted because of Toxicroak's fighting typing, and Grass is resisted because of Toxicroak's poison typing. They didn't shield there, so we have to let a foul play come through. We definitely don't want to be down 2 shields and no shields. The Snarls aren't too worrisome. That was a move differential CMP tie because Swampert definitely doesn't lose CMP against Umbreon, but for whatever reason, they're deciding not to commit, and that might have been a huge misplay on their end. But we will happily take advantage of it because of the fact that this should still get us some shields back. So this actually isn't a bad situation at all. They can counter us down. They can have energy. And we have Skarmory here. So now let's see what they decide to swap into. They swap into a Azumarill. Now, of course, Rock Weather Ball is not helping us here, but what normal Castform has is Energy Ball, which is going to be dealing super effective damage against the Azumarill. Let's see if they shield. They decide not to shield. Does a nice amount of damage there. We'll let a charge move come through. We don't shield the play rough. We don't really need to. This match is over. They decide to quit. And that is GG for match number 1. So Rock Weather Ball did not have much of an effect for us there, but we flipped switch and ended up pulling off a clutch dub. Getting into match number 2. Will Rock Weather Ball pay off for us in any of these matches? That is the question. Well, against Venusaur, I guess this kind of hurts us because of the fact that both Rock Weather Ball and normal Weather Ball would be neutral against Venusaur, and Rock Weather Ball we're not getting stab on because we're a normal type Pokemon. So we're essentially doing less damage in this matchup because of it. We definitely can't swap out here based on our team comp, because if we go into Skarmory, then they just swap out, and then the Venusaur can line up with our Swampert later on. So we don't want that. And then they swapped. Wow, what a swap. Great play on their end. I don't think it was really necessary, because I think they would have won lead regardless, and I just would have farmed down with Skarmory anyway. But as we're starting to notice with just these first couple matches, we probably and really don't want Rock Weather Ball on our normal Castform because of the fact that it hurts normal Castform against its weaknesses, and it also doesn't receive stab. So 2 huge issues with Rock Weather Ball on normal Castform right off the bat. The only time it would be ideal to have it would be if we were going up against an ice type of some sorts, or going up against a flyer where it's super effective, and they even outpace me. I wasn't even able to mud shot down there. Well, I don't want to commit to Swampert here because they have a whole Venusaur in the back. So Swampert did its job landing the Hydro Cannon against the G-Fisk, and now it all just comes down to what their last Pokemon is, which I was expecting a Bastiodon, but Registeel also makes sense, and unfortunately, we just don't have 2 Steel answers on this team comp, and we lose the second match of this set. And normal Castform with Rock Weather Ball, we're starting to realize it's just not the ideal move set to have. Getting into match number 3 of the set, the question really becomes, can we run into any flyers or ice types where Rock would be super effective? Is Rock super effective against anything else? Oh, fire types. Fire types would also be another ideal one. Right here we have a normal Castform on Politoed lead. We're going to let these charge moves come through. We'll play it out. We're just going to go straight Energy Ball here. Another matchup where Rock Weather Ball is not doing us any favors. So hopefully we can land the Energy Balls, potentially get a debuff. That does a lot of damage. I wonder if they just thought I was going to bait. We'll let another charge move come through. And this also kind of stinks. Wait, does water resist Rock? I don't know. We're going to find out regardless. We're going to go for Rock Weather Ball here because it's already low on health. We do get to it relatively quickly, just like normal Weather Ball. It's the same energy. It's the exact same move, just different typing advantage or disadvantages. And it is neutral against water. We learned that today. And here's an ice type. Okay. So one positive situation for Rock Weather Ball. We did actually get to it, which is pretty important here. We're probably going to get Powder Snow down, which isn't ideal, but we did get a shield, so that'll kind of like even itself out in this potential situation. Now the question becomes, what do I want to go into? And I'm going to come into Swampert so I could spam these Hydro Cannons. This should only be an Ice Weather Ball coming from the Alolan Ninetales. It'll deal some neutral damage. They should be really close to the next one, though, so we're going to have to shield. I figured they were going to throw the move there, which is why I did not throw my Hydro Cannon, because I don't want to CMP tie. I'd rather potentially overfarm, see how they want to play this out. I'm not going to go for a Sludge Wave. I think Hydro Cannon just does enough in this situation, where if you go for the big move that, yeah, we'll take it out, and Hydro Cannon won't. If they shield, it just sets you back more, and there's the shield. They're going to get to another move here. We'll shield this one also. And now this all falls on what their last Pokemon is in the back, and if Skarmory has a positive matchup against it. We'll get to this Hydro Cannon. Does this take out? I feel like Ninetales is going to have a little bit of health remaining. I'm tempted to swap into... Oh, it has too much health. I was like, I'm tempted to swap into my Skarmory here to farm down. But it has just a bit more health than I would have preferred. And I feel like they're really close to 2. They got in quite a bit of Powder Snows there. So what's their team comp? Politoed, Alolan Ninetales. Oh, this looks very similar to my team comp from last season. And they did get to another move. They just barely survived the Air Slash. Very unfortunate for this match. So hopefully, whatever they have in the back, we wall. If not, this is most likely going to be GG's. And it's a Hypno. I have Flash Cannon on this. That is so unfortunate. And this is why you check your moves ahead of time. Does a Brave Bird take out? Because now I'm not happy. Oh. Brave Bird might have won me this match. I'm going to get Thunder Punched. It doesn't kill. I feel like Brave Bird would have taken out Hypno's health and I wouldn't have gotten Thunder Punched because they let me get a bunch of energy. And the Powder Snow is going to come through before my Air Slash. Oh, and Skarmory just barely holds on. What a clutch moment. Skarmory carrying the back end after everybody did their part on this team comp. Normal Castform had the Energy Ball, had the Energy Ball on Politoed. Rock Weather Ball came in clutch against the Alolan Ninetales to get a shield. Swampert did its job to take care of the Ninetales, and then Skarmory just barely finished things off to win the third match of this set. Now let's go and TM Brave Bird onto the Skarmory, because I said Brave Bird there, and that is the match, that move set that you should be running on your Skarmory. Unless you just want to deal extra damage to Bastiodons. But that situation happens a lot less and is not really that helpful anyway. Alright, getting into the fourth match. Can we clinch a positive set with the spice content? Because Battle Bill wants to try hard this season, but he also wants to get you the content. So it's hard to manage both if I want to get you the content immediately and then also push for Legend early on. So I really need to be winning and building good team comps with the spice. And here's where Rock Weather Ball kinda, sorta pays off, because, you know, normal Weather Ball would have been resisted by Skarmory since it's a steel type. But since it's a steel flying type, the rock damage is coming in neutral. So there's that. So there are slight situations where it's like a little bit helpful, but I'm pretty confident overall normal Castform does drop more matchups with Rock Weather Ball versus normal Weather Ball, and they Brave Birded me. That was savage. That was very savage. I knew they built up to it. I did not think they'd actually do that. But good play on their end. I don't really mind. I didn't have too much of an intention of committing to Castform there, so I was happy it did the damage that it did. And then they swapped into Azu. I thankfully didn't get farmed down. I was able to come into my Skarmory. And the question becomes, what is their final Pokemon? We'll let another charge move come through. I wasn't counting bubbles because I was too busy thinking about my commentating. So thankfully that was only an Ice Beam and not a Hydro Pump. And we'll just keep on spamming Sky attacks here. Just to get the Azu really low. Honestly, I'd prefer not taking out the Azu here. As long as I can get it low, lose with it not having too much energy, and then potentially being able to farm with Swampert. Potentially. That Skarmory still has a lot of health, so we're going to need to throw quite a bit of Hydro Cannons at it to take it out, and we still don't know what their final Pokemon is back there. 3 bubbles, 4 bubbles. Okay, that's cool. I don't mind that. Nothing I can really do there. We'll come in with Swampert, Mudshot all the way down. They're relatively energy dry. They've been throwing these Ice Beams pretty quickly. And their last Pokemon, dun 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 dun, is their own Swampert. Fantastic. I don't think I'm going to be able to overcome this because this matchup is too evenly matched. What ideally I'm going to need to do, but they're over farming like crazy, is I'm going to need to try and catch something on my Castform. That is going to be the play. And that is how you do it. Because they had built up so much energy, they just had to throw. So, beautiful play. Gives me a chance. Hopefully now, thanks to that chance, that life that I have, I get another Mud Shot through as they throw. And hopefully this is enough to potentially sweep their back line with Swampert. But now then again, they can always swap on me also. So I gotta be careful on how I'm throwing my charge moves. The Mud Shot, the Hydro Cannon, I'll get my moves correct sooner or later. Doesn't get them as low as I would have preferred, because I would love to Mud Shot them down. Hydro Cannons are going to do the most damage. That Skarmory doesn't have much energy, and neither does the Azu. And here comes the Skarmory. So let's see. I wonder if they shield here, or if this was just their way of sacrificing it. This might have been their way of just sacrificing it. No, it was not their way of sacrificing it. I don't remember them having that much energy, but I don't want to play around too much. I got to be careful here. I just got to make sure I have more energy than where their Swampert's at. And based on that swap, now they can't pull a sacrificial swap. And that was definitely a bad shield on their Skarmory. Their play might have been to commit to the Swampert with that one shield to try and spam more Hydro Cannons. Because I'm going to try my best to Mud Shot down that Azu, or I'm just going to do that and really hope that if it was a CMP tie, I win that CMP tie. But that Azu doesn't have any energy. At least it shouldn't. It has what? One Bubble Max, and we just swept their back line with Swampert. Yes, normal Castform did not do much there. As you could probably tell, this isn't a very positive, focused highlight of normal Castform. It's more of just a set of battles to show you that we really want Niantic to bring normal Weather Ball back, which they said in a future season it will come back. So we'll probably be running normal Weather Ball and Rock Weather Ball. But then again, you probably still want Energy Ball over Rock Weather Ball. So what I'm thinking in my mind. I could be wrong. Maybe having two very cheap moves with normal Weather Ball and Rock Weather Ball could pay off in certain situations, but we definitely need normal Weather Ball there because Swampert carried that back line, and Castform was only good as a third shield. But we clinched another positive set. All right, getting into the fifth and final match of the set, we've got normal Castform going up against Alolan Ninetales. All right, hopefully this flips this matchup. This would be one of the things you'd hope that normal Castform getting access to a rock move, Rock Weather Ball instead of normal Weather Ball, would be a potential flip matchup or a nice easy win in Castform's favor. We do spam it just as quickly as they spam Weather Balls. They pulled a very nice swap there. Very unfortunate that I ended up throwing the Rock Weather Ball, but we can still go in the Skarmory here, and we're not sitting in the worst position. Now, of course, in the comments section below, please do let me know your opinions on them adding Rock Weather Ball to normal Castform's moveset, and right now it's there as the only Weather Ball option until probably next season, where they'll also bring normal Castform. Give me all your opinions. Let me know if you agree, disagree. I'm more than open to hear other viewpoints on it. I do believe that Rock Weather Ball is not really benefiting it too much, but there have been some situations where it's been relatively helpful, like this lead. And I'm seeing a lot of Politoed, Alolan Ninetale cores. I was not seeing this a lot earlier. This was the core I was running a bunch of last season. I mean, it's a pretty popular core. Now they're going for another Weather Ball here. They landed the Blizzard. I don't think Blizzard's the play over Weather Ball when both of them are dealing neutral damage. So if anything, they kind of set themselves back by making that play there. Since Blizzard doesn't get stabbed, Weather Ball does. Both neutral. They're going to come in here and farm me down, which is a bit unfortunate because now Alolan Ninetales has energy for days. So we're going to just bring in normal Castform, let them throw all their energy, let Castform go down, and then hopefully Swampert can finish this match off. Castform's also relatively thick, but this isn't necessarily just a Castform feature. We've already done that. It's more of a focus on the move itself. Castform, though, is a pretty solid Pokemon in general. It's definitely underrated, not very well known. They pulled off another swap, but they swapped into a flyer. So, Rock Weather Ball making me maybe eat my words a little bit, because that did some nice little chip, super effective damage. But I think with this shield advantage and the fact that we're very spammy, we should be able to win this. I don't want to jinx it, but I think we're sitting in a nice spot here. The Ninetales has some energy. I don't even think it has enough for a Weather Ball. I'll still take it into consideration, though, because that Weather Ball would hurt more than Mandabuzz's move. So I'll tank a move from Mandabuzz. I'll shield one of them and save the other shield for Ninetales' other potential move. So, yeah, I mean, Mandabuzz doesn't have any big moves. His biggest move is like Shadow Ball or Dark Pulse. I was like, one of them it gets stabbed on, the other one it doesn't. I got another Mud Shot through there. They didn't seem to get a quick move through. So now they're running what? Dark Pulse and more Dark Pulse. So I was like, Dark Pulse is definitely more expensive than Foul Play. And there's the move that I knew the Alolan Ninetales had. But I'm pretty confident they have a shield still, right? So I need to Mud Shot this thing down. Oh no! They had that much energy. I should have pulled another swap. Oh, after making such an amazing play, I lose in a similarly unfortunate situation. I did not realize the Alolan Ninetales had that much energy, and that is going to be GG in this match, and that's what I get for saying stuff out loud. I literally jinxed it. And they got a Snarl through. There's actually no reason for me to throw this Rock Weather Ball, but, you know, the Snarls were doing so little damage, I was like, maybe. That was unfortunate. I thought I could have committed to the Mud Shot down. Definitely should have tried to pull the sacrificial swap there. Got a little too comfortable in that situation. And my game crashed. If you guys saw my last video, my game crashed before the match started. I'll take it crashing there after the match is already over. Went 3-2 with it. Again, let me know your thoughts and opinions on normal Castform getting access to Rock Weather Ball instead of normal Weather Ball. And the future when it'll most likely have both as its moves. So, got a little frillish action here for our 3-2 positive set. Whenever we're testing something spicy, as long as I can go the slightest bit positive, I'm a happy camper. So we'll take that 3-2. It'll bring us to no rank and an ELO of 2282. So, on that note, let me know your thoughts on the battles. Let me know your opinions on Castform, as I already said. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video.